Hey guys, Corey here, aka Pops with Grams and Pops Vintage. My wife and I buy items locally for as cheap as we can find them, and we try to flip them online for a profit. We do that mostly on eBay, but recently we've expanded to other platforms like Etsy. Today we'd like to talk to you a little bit about at least one issue in particular that we're seeing on eBay, and whether or not you think eBay might be being bullied a little bit, and if so, what can be done about it? What can we as sellers help with? But before we get into that, let's pull a few items, see what's sold on eBay and what we're shipping out today. So let's go grab those quick and then we'll talk about the subject. All right, we gotta pull a Danbury mint ornament. The 2021 year ornament is the one we're after. And that is in tote 15 here. Set the phone down. Okay. That box looks too old to be it. There it is. We got lucky. Okay, so that's from our bulk buy of the Danbury Mint Bulldog collections. And that sold for 130 plus shipping. So I said we had 120 in the entire collection. That puts us at $414.99. And we've only sold 4 pieces so far, so we're well into the profit on those. Now we've got a Dickens, so one of the Department 56 Market Day. That's on Green Shelf 01. Let's see, I think Graham said she set that, this one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so it's Market Day. Looks like they had a $45 price tag on it at one time. And that's what that looks like. There's 3 figurines in there. And that sold for $8.99, so not a huge one. Let's just see where that puts us at. So we are now at $116.39 on those. So we're getting through those. And the next thing is we sold another box of football cards. It seems like these wax packs are actually selling pretty well. We haven't really sold any, I don't think, of the big cellophane packs, which is, I'm kind of surprised because those are actually, one box of those is over 900 cards. And they tend to be in a lot better shape than these because they're not stuck in there with bubble gum. But I don't know what the football card people want. They seem to want these ones, so that's what they're gonna get. Those sold again, let's see, at $125. So we are, like I said, we were in the clear after a box or 2 of those. We were actually in the green. Everything is profit on those at this point. So let's see, we sold a DVD called The Wrath. It's on Media Shelf 3. Put the lid on the garbage can here. 3, and The Wrath. There we go. I don't think I've ever heard of that movie, but it sold. So we had about 45 cents in that, and that sold for $5 plus shipping. Okay, we've got a 3-piece snowman set that sold here out of our bulk snowman buy. And I believe Graham said she put them in the front of tote 010, so that would be these guys here. See if I can just sneak them out of here without breaking anybody. Okay, let's set the phone down. I'm gonna get these all up here on this bench real quick. All right, here we are. Those 3 snowmen here, and you can tell they're good size. 6-7 inch snowmen. They're pretty good size snowmen. Very breakable. They scare the crap out of me as far as shipping goes, but We're gonna wrap them really good and double box them. We'll get them out of here. Those sold, I believe we have it figured out to where each snowman costs us X amount of dollars. So we got about $2.07 here in these three. And they sold for $18.99. I'm not sure if we're in the black on that purchase yet. We're still making the tally sheet for those. So I'll let you know next time we sell one of those. And then we have a charger, a Snap Fresh charger in box 1. I believe this is something we got at the bin store. I see it on the other side there. I thought I saw it on the other side there. Oh, it was right in front of me where I was. It was just in a box. Okay. Trying to break our snowman already. So that's just a battery charger is all that is. Kind of like one of the drill battery chargers. And we picked that up for $1 at the bin store, and that sold for $19.99 pretty much overnight. So, all right, looks like we got a Monster High doll here. Abby Abominable. And I know Grandma still got her over here in a tote. That's her right there. All right, so Monster High doll, that whole tote actually was completely full to the top, and I think we paid 50 or 60 bucks for the whole tote. This one, we figured cost about $2 a piece once we divide them all out, and she sold for a full price of $55. So we've sold about 4 of these. We're well in the green on that buy. Let's see, we got a Kate Spade Dash Hound. Am I saying, I'm pretty sure we're saying that right. Dash Hound Dog Dessert Plate. There's 3 of those. This is the one that sold just with the single little blue one. There's one with a green one like this, and then there's one with a bunch of little green ones or green dogs on it with a blue one in the middle. This here's the one that sold. We didn't have much in there. I think the whole set was like $1 or $2, and that plate sold for $15 plus shipping. Now we have one of our Department 56 from the bulk buy, Brixton Road Watchman. Guys, if it wasn't for Grams, I don't think I would ever find anything in these shelves. So she put them away. She points me to them directly when I can't find them. So I'm glad she's here today. I'm gonna have to go through those and alphabetize them or something. So that's the Brixton Road Watchman. That's part of the bulk buy. Not an incredibly expensive one. Let's see what it looked like. And that sold for $6.99 plus shipping. So we'll get that out of here. Now we got a DVD, silent movie DVD. That sounds exciting. That's on Media 3. Right there, Mel Brooks, silent movie. Huh. Don't think I've ever seen that one. All right, so that's part of our bulk buy, which means we have about 45 cents in that. That sold for $5.25 plus shipping. And we have an Oliver Twist Characters from Department 56. That's it right there. All right, so it's those 3 little characters there. Part of the bulk buy that sold for $10.99 plus shipping. And let's see where we're at with that now. So we had $9.50 in that bulk buy, and we have sold 134 of it so far. So just getting started getting those sold, but that's what we got right there. All right, so let's talk about whether or not you think eBay might be getting bullied. In the last 60 days, we've had 2 separate instances where a company, probably 100th or 1,000th the times the size of eBay, has written into eBay and told them, hey, the product being sold on here with our brand on it is counterfeit, and immediately eBay shuts down that product and sends out basically a pretty stern warning saying if you try and relist it, you're going to be suspended on eBay for X amount of time. I don't think they put a time frame in there, but something to that effect. Don't relist this. It's counterfeit. You're selling it. Now, the problem with that is any company whose product that you've purchased, you no longer own. If you can't sell it, you don't own it. And there's no burden of proof that it's counterfeit. They're just saying, hey, it's counterfeit, shut them down, and they have to shut them down. We've got 2 items, like I said, in the last 60 days that's happened with. And there's really no recourse to it. There's no fighting it, because what you'd have to do to get it reapproved so you could resell that item that you own is to actually get the company that made the complaint agree to remove the complaint. So, you know, if a company says, hey, we don't want them selling our product on eBay, they can just say it's counterfeit and eBay takes you down and you can't do anything about it. So in essence here, that company still owns that product, or at least to the effect that they can tell you what you can and can't do with it in terms of reselling it. So I'm going to flip the camera around here. We'll look at a couple of items that we purchased and that has happened with. Okay, you see 2 products here. Both of these companies, the actual company here, wrote in and said, hey, that's counterfeit. They can't sell that on eBay. Same way with this one here. Now, in all fairness, maybe they are counterfeit. I don't know. We bought these at a bin store, both of them. So they came in an Amazon return pallet, most likely. And there are people that counterfeit things. They could be counterfeit and we just don't know it. However, if that is the case, I would think there'd be some kind of burden of proof on that side of the company, or at least the opportunity for us to prove that, hey, they're not. You know, maybe I bought this at, you know, directly from the website, from Vortex, or, you know, or from Mountain Flow here. Maybe we bought those directly, but we don't have the opportunity to prove that, to send a receipt to eBay. So I'm trying to figure out what is the reason for eBay's policy on this, I guess. You know, the only thing I can think of is larger companies like a 3M or something like that has told eBay, you know, if you don't take them down, we're going to tie you up in court. And eBay is just taking a blanket policy here that anybody that complains and says they're counterfeit, we're just taking them down, and that's just that. We're not going to monkey with it. So I guess as far as I could tell, is it that eBay's lazy, or is it that eBay's kind of being bullied by bigger companies? And I'd love to hear some input from you guys. Is there anything as resellers we could do to protect our rights to those products that we have already purchased? We should have the right to resell those. Nothing on those says that we don't have 100% ownership of them. And if we do, then we can certainly resell them. Although maybe not on eBay now, because eBay's saying we can't. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. What are your ideas as far as why this policy is this way, and what can we do to change it or protect ourselves as sellers in some way? If 1 or 2 companies are doing it, there's a whole lot more companies doing it out there. And that really ties your hands as a reseller. So give us your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us why you think this is a policy, and tell us why, if you think there's anything that can be done about it. All right, so let's get back to pulling. We've got a few more items to grab. Let's go see what else sold for us. All right, looks like we got a few more things to ship here. First one being a little Funko Pop Disney Descendants Eevee. And she's in our smalls drawer over here. Yep, I still hate these drawers. I promise one of these episodes here, they're just going to be gone. I will get rid of them or find a way to fix the problem with them, I guess. So here's Eevee. I don't know what we paid for her. I think she was in a little toy box where it was like $0.25 a piece or $1 or something like that, but she sold for $15. Let's see, we have a cassette tape that sold. Biohazard's New World Order cassette tape, and those are over here. It's like right there. Is that the right one? I don't think that is. Okay, that's the right one. So Biohazard, New World Order, or New World Disorder rather. We got a bunch of these. I think we gave $5 or $10 for a whole lot of cassette tapes, and a lot of them are this type of cassette tape. So it broke down to about 15 cents a tape, and that sold for $13. And now we have some Department 56 here, Market Curiosities. I think we've got them all set aside here. What's this one? This one right here. So it looks like that. And that's from our Department 56 bulk buy. We'll see where we're at for a total here at the end. But that one sold for $10 plus shipping. And we've got another one, a Christmas Carol reading. So it's actually a book. That's this one right here. It's a Christmas Carol reading by Charles Dickinson. I believe there's a book in there. It feels really light. Have we opened this one up?
Yes, there's a book in there.
Okay. Graham says, yep, we've opened it and there is a book in there. So that's a book that's going out. And they paid $26.49 for that book. Oh, Graham's just telling me it's not just a book. It's a whole set. So, you know what? I'm going to take it out and look at it.
Oh, that one doesn't have the book. Oh, the book is in that big one.
Okay, so I was wrong. It's not the book that sold, it's the characters. So it's the characters for the book that sold. And those are pretty cool. But yeah, that's why I felt like there's no book. It's the character set that sold for $26.49. And then, let's see, we were watching, or I was watching an episode of Trash Cast podcast. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. Carrie and Kevin and Dave are pretty funny to watch over there. They were making fun of Kevin on one of the episodes about selling his Tupperware lids. We happened to grab a bunch out of a free box one day and we listed them just a day or two ago. And they do sell. So just random Tupperware lids. A lot of times you find them in the free box because they don't have matching bowls. So we bought a whole box of these. Actually, we didn't buy them. They were in the free box. So cost us absolutely nothing. Sold for $4.95 plus shipping. So it ain't much, but I'll take it. It was one picture to list. And that was it. Let's see. Next one is a DVD. We got Buffalo 66. All right. So the weird DVDs you never heard of, or at least I've never heard of, those seem to be the ones that sell. So that's the one that's sold here. And part of our bulk buy, we got about 45 cents in it. $8.25 plus shipping is what that sold for. Now we have another Department 56 Yeoman of the Guard. So we got those going out. Part of the bulk buy here. That sold for $17.50 plus shipping. And these are still just the accessories we're listing. We haven't even really gotten the houses listed yet. We've got a bunch of those we've got to dig out and start listing one at a time. See, we got one more of these yet. Fleece to the Mill. Looks like it still has a little price tag on it there, but it's kind of ripped, so you can't tell what it used to say. But that one sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And that was it. So that's our pile here. And our running total for Department 56 is now up to $198.35. And keep in mind, we've only really been selling accessories so far. So long way to go, but we've got a lot of good pieces to get there. All right, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, it'd mean a lot to us if you'd hit subscribe below and leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked about it. We'll see you next time.